I'm always popping up at the start of interviews. You right? You good?
Yeah.
Everybody, I am here with arguably the most legendary player in Counter-Strike, and that's not like fanboyism kicking in. You are f0rest, first of all. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and you technically have like the most esteemed history in the game, I think. Arguable anyway. How you doing, mate? You good?
Yeah, everything is fine so far. Even though we lost to TSM in the opening day, I think we've managed. Overall, it feels good. We got to play Fnatic here, so.
Like I said before, your reputation does indeed precede you. However, your history, a little bit of a history. How did you start in CS? Because you started way back when, right at the start.
Yeah, well, it all began with my friend's father, actually. He was playing Counter-Strike after work, so we went by his place one time and I saw him playing, and from that moment and forth, I've been like hooked to that game, so it's like a drug almost, you know? Dude, I might have been like 11, wow. 11, 12, something like that, I think. I'm not sure. And
what did it take you to start, being a bit more serious about it? When did you find out about competitive CS?
I think it was about two years after I started. I found out about all the legendary teams back then, Matrix, Spawn, Hedon, all those players. And then that caught my eye for the competitive scene, but I didn't really think too much about it. I didn't worry about it too much. I just kept playing for fun because I had so much fun while I was playing back then, so it didn't matter. I was just pugging with some friends and having a good laugh. What
was the first team that you ended up on? When was that moment where you're like, all right, I could give this a proper go?
The first team I started, which we actually stick together with for 3 years, was Sea Dogs.
Okay.
Later became Doom, and I think those 4 guys they made me to who I am today. They were also as committed as I was, and we went to all the lands to really try and prove ourselves, so shout out to those guys.
How did you end up on NIP? When did that happen? What year? And what led up to it?
I think it was 2012. In the summer, August, we started talking. 1.6 was at its final tournament. Everything was dead. Not too much to look forward to, and CSGO came around in a pretty good time, if you say it like that. But Hedon contacted me and Get Right first, and Get Right contacted me, and on that way it was.
Obviously, you've been going strong ever since. A very storied team. You guys have had amazing results in the past. How do you feel the team are doing right now?
Yeah, there's no denying it. We're in a tough spot at the moment. I think it's more in our heads than it necessarily means our play style or how we perform as individuals. I think it's so much more in the heads, and we need to clear that thing out, and by doing so we need to get some wins here, and I think starting off there, it's Fnatic. If we beat them, I really think we can start shining again as a team.
How's that whole transitional period been, going from f0rest to having some stand-ins, having Michaelele, and now you're working with Alu?
It's been a tough road for sure, for being one of the most consistent teams in the world with f0rest, having him leave, and just like the whole transition to find a good stable 5 and really make it work with all 5 it's a lot of work. But I'm happy where we are at the moment as a team, as individuals in the team. I'm very happy where we stand, and we all want to put in a lot of hours and a lot of work to make this happen.
So you do feel from here on, you guys, you're starting to switch things around, as opposed to like the last couple months where or maybe also that you've been struggling a bit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, even though it haven't gone so good, even like last weekend, for example, it's still like we all are committed to keep on playing as a team. And once we sort that out, that everyone want to stick together and work hard, I think that clears a part of the cloudiness in the head, and so we can start looking forward. Okay, we're gonna stick together. So how can we proceed from this point? And so I think overall it feels good.
And proceeding from this point, Cologne, could you do the repeat? What do you feel going into the event?
Dude, I would never count us out in a major. That's for sure. We've been in every final so far. I think something happens within us. I don't know. We just bring out our freaking A game.
The Swedish Viking power?
Yeah, for sure.
So I have some questions that personally I think I'm very interested in. I know a lot of people are interested in as well. Specifically, first off, your pistol skills. You are arguably one of the best pistol handlers in the whole of the game. Where's that skill come from? Is it just from playing 1.6 through to now, just non-stop, or do you put in a lot of headshot deathmatch on pistol? I don't know. What is it? Is there a secret?
Like, everybody wants to know, like, what's the secret behind this and this? But like, literally, it's just like pistol rounds overall suits me very good. It's no like fooling around with nades. There's no nade throwings, no pop flashes, straight on, no head armor. It's just popping some heads, and it feels so clean when you get the one shot. So pistol rounds is always my favorite round to play, and I don't know. I guess I'm just good at it.
Yeah. No, you are definitely a complete standout in that department. And moving on to a different skill that you have, you kind of have a hybrid style of AWP and rifle, mainly sticking with the rifle, but I think you do pick up the AWP quite sometimes as well, and you're adept at both. Again, is that playtime? Is that just using both? Is it to do with your role in the team?
I think I've always played AWP and A4. I always switched in between. Like previous teams, I've been playing as a main AWPer. Way back. Don't start hating.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah, dude, relax. So AWP has always been in my nature of playing play styles. So I used to tend to switch it up a bit, and I mean I've been playing for many years, so there's no real training behind it. It's just like lots of experience, I guess.
How would you describe yourself as a player? Do you have a specific role, or there's things that you think you're particularly good at?
I think my play style is overly aggressive. Tend to take very unnecessary duels at times, and sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't, and I like to play that style. Did work a bit better in 1.6 compared to Go, yeah. But I mean I'm gonna keep playing this way. That's my way of playing, and I think people have noticed this as well. Other teams know how I play, but that's my strength, and weaknesses are for sure that I should learn to back off at certain points and realize, okay, I got one frag, just take a step back and wait for the other guys to come in, but that's not how I roll.
And what about the fire to keep playing? Because you've been playing for so long now. Do you ever get burnt out, or do you see yourself just carrying on until you do get burnt out or you lose some of your skills?
Yeah, I mean, I still have the passion for it. Like this has been my life for over 10 years, and I still have the passion to play. Surely, I will keep playing as long as I feel passionate about a game, and as long as my team are supportive as me as a player. I will keep on playing until the passion runs out, and I feel like I need to take the next step.
Well, it's awesome, because I've been playing CS on and off since like 2004. I started with Source, and even during then, you hear the name f0rest, and you're like, who is this legendary guy? And I never thought one day that I'd be interviewing you, so it's a pleasure. Thank you very much for your time. Any shout-outs to sponsors or anything like that?
I think you can see all the sponsors right here. So
nice. All right, perfect. Well, thank you for your time. Social media? Do you Twitter, your Facebook?
Dude, I don't remember.
Hey,
f0rest CS at Twitter.
Like I've said about the other guys, I'm going to make sure that they're in the description. I'm sure you already do, but if you don't, follow him, go like his stuff. Awesome dude. Thanks very much for your time, and best of luck in the rest of the competition.
That's going to be awkward. That's going to be an awkward.
No, that handshake was all right. Leave it in the comment section below, all right? Thank you. Peace.